Imagine a scene straight out of history books. King Charles III, fresh from a groundbreaking trip to the Vatican, extends a grand ceremonial welcome to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy at the majestic Windsor Castle. This isn't just any diplomatic meet and greet. It's a bold statement of unwavering support in one of the world's most pressing crises. But here's where it gets intriguing. As global tensions simmer, what does this royal gesture really mean for the future of international alliances? Let's dive in and unpack the details, step by step. The king personally greeted President Zelenskyy in the castle's picturesque quadrangle, kicking off a series of events, including the Ukrainian leader's participation in a high-level political summit later that day. Not stopping there, Charles hosted Zelenskyy for a private audience before Zelenskyy joined a gathering of the Coalition of the Willing, alongside UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer. To add a touch of pageantry, Zelenskyy was honored with a guard of honor. Think of it as an elite lineup of soldiers in full regalia, a tradition that signifies deep respect and formality in military protocol, provided by the 1st Battalion Grenadier Guards. A royal salute followed, and then the band struck up the Ukrainian national anthem, filling the air with patriotic melodies. Charles, ever the gracious host, invited his guest to take a closer look at the guard, walking alongside him as they passed the rows of uniformed troops. From there, they stepped into the castle for confidential discussions. While this marks Zelenskyy's third encounter with the king at a royal property, it's groundbreaking in that it's his inaugural ceremonial reception on British soil, a clear and symbolic boost from the monarch. Zelenskyy is in the UK to rally European leaders for increased financial aid and military supplies to bolster Ukraine's defense efforts against Russia's ongoing invasion. Delving into their past interactions, Charles has stood as a steadfast ally to the Ukrainian president ever since Russia's initial assault on Ukraine in February 2022. Their latest get-together occurred on June 23rd, when Zelenskyy visited the UK for conversations with Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Photographs captured the poignant moment of the king and Zelenskyy exchanging handshakes in Windsor Castle's opulent grand corridor, followed by a shared lunch with the monarch. Fast forward to February 2024, just a month after Charles faced his own health battle with a cancer diagnosis, he issued a heartfelt public declaration commemorating the 2-year mark of the invasion. The resilience and fortitude of the Ukrainian people keep inspiring the world, he penned, as this unjustified onslaught on their territory, existence, and way of life drags into a sorrowful third year. He went on to praise their enduring bravery amid unimaginable suffering. Ukrainians embodied genuine courage against relentless hostility. I've witnessed this firsthand through numerous encounters with them since the conflict's outset, from President Zelenskyy and his wife to young soldiers undergoing training right here in the UK. I'm heartened that Britain and its partners lead global initiatives to aid Ukraine during this era of profound anguish and necessity. My sympathies are with everyone impacted, as I hold them in my thoughts and prayers. And this is the part most people miss. These words carry extra weight coming from a monarch who's navigated his own personal trials, adding layers to his advocacy for global peace and humanitarian causes. Shifting gears to the king's recent adventures, Charles and Queen Camilla have just wrapped up a momentous journey to Vatican City, where the 76-year-old sovereign made historic strides by praying beside Pope Leo XIV. This act marks the first time a British monarch has done so since the Reformation, a pivotal event in religious history that reshaped Christianity in England. Camilla stood by his side during the moving ceremony in the Sistine Chapel, famously adorned with Michelangelo's masterpiece, The Creation of Adam, completed between 1508 and 1512. After the service, Camilla lingered to connect with choir members, while Charles retreated to the Sala Regia with the Pope to engage with representatives from environmental groups and business leaders involved in the King's Sustainable Markets Initiative, a program aimed at promoting ethical, eco-friendly economic practices. The two leaders then swapped orchid bouquets as tokens of goodwill before reuniting with Camilla for an official send-off. This papal pilgrimage underscores the 2025 Papal Jubilee, a grand celebration held every quarter century to mark significant spiritual milestones, though Pope Francis added an extraordinary one from 2015 to 2016. It also highlights the blossoming interfaith ties between the Church of England, where Charles serves as Supreme Governor, and the Roman Catholic Church. The visit was officially announced on September 27th of last year, signaling a continuation of diplomatic warmth across religious divides. But here's where it gets controversial. In an age where monarchs are expected to remain politically neutral, Charles's outspoken backing for Ukraine and his active role in climate initiatives raise eyebrows. Is this a noble extension of humanitarian duty, or does it blur the lines between royal tradition and modern activism? Some might argue it's essential leadership in turbulent times, while others worry it undermines the monarchy's apolitical stance. What do you think? Does a king have a place in shaping global affairs, or should they stick to ceremonial roles? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear agreements, disagreements, or fresh perspectives on how royalty navigates today's complex world.